What's going on, guys? Coming back at you with another live video. Am I a shadow? Gosh. I think it's the window. Hmm. Let's do something real quick before we get into this. Let's block that window so I'm not a shadow. Hey, what's going on? So today I'm talking about the top cars that I want to drive this year. So as you guys know, I was able to get behind the wheel of a Bugatti Veyron this past Saturday, which was absolutely incredible. Like, I am still amazed that I got that opportunity, and I want to say thanks again to the gentleman that let me get behind the wheel of that. And wow, unbelievable. But given that I have been behind the wheel of a $1 million plus vehicle, I feel like that's going to open up a lot of doors for me to drive more expensive hypercars or supercars. And what really brought this up was I was just at a Acura dealership, handed a few cards out, and they said they might be able to try to get me into an NSX. Um, I really want to drive one because I've hated on it so much. I really want to drive an NSX and see how fast it is, how it drives, and all that stuff. I just want to clear my opinions and be completely unbiased about that. So they're hooking it up. Hopefully, my local Acura dealership can pull that through. But that's not really one of the top cars I want to drive. Let's start with the first one. Lamborghini Huracan. I've been wanting to drive this car for a while. V10, 600 horsepower. I just really want to get behind the wheel of a Lamborghini Huracan. I want to get behind the wheel of a bunch of Lamborghinis, Aventador and Huracan, maybe Murcielago. I just want to so bad. Other cars I want to get behind the wheel of, Porsches. I want to drive the new GT3 extremely bad. I might try to go to my buyer's Porsche and see if I legit just saw a black Huracan. That's awesome. I didn't see any Huracans today. I just saw an NSX. I saw a black one. They wanted $160,000 for it. I still think it's only worth like $100,000, maybe less. But yeah, hopefully I get to drive that. But Lambos, I want to drive Lamborghinis. I want to drive a 458 and F12. I want to drive a 458 and a Ferrari F12. Those are up there too. Hypercars that I might get to drive. Hmm. LaFerrari maybe. That would be absolutely insane. I don't think I will not this year drive Koenigsegg's. But let's talk Porsches. I really want to drive a GT3. I really want to drive a GT3 RS, and I really want to drive a GT2 RS. But realistically, I think I could get behind the wheel of a new GT3, the point 0.2 with the 4-liter 6. That's just my favorite car in the whole world right now. Like, the GT3 is like just the looks of it, and I just want to experience more Porsches. I've driven the 2017 Turbo S, loved it, feels amazing. Um, Mercedes, I've driven a lot of Mercedes. I'm not really too like rushed to get into more Mercedes, but if I could do a 4x4 squared, that would be awesome. I really want to drive a 4x4 squared. Toy Barn, they have two of them. I might try to ask them if I can drive some more of their cars. I did once, they didn't come through, but always keep asking, always keep pressing. Just because they said no once doesn't mean they'll say no again. You never know. But so we went over Lambos. I want to drive a Huracan really bad. I want to drive an Aventador really bad. 458. McLarens. I want to drive McLarens. I want to drive a 720S. If I get the opportunity to drive a 12C or a 650, that would be really cool. I know it's a SLR 722. I've seen a few of those actually. I've seen three. I've seen 722. I've seen a base one, and I saw an orange one with black stripe up in Chicago. The two silver ones that I saw, the 722 and just the base SLR, that was at Marshall Goldman. Really cool cars. They're fast. You know, like Jay Leno says, they always get to 200 miles an hour consistently. But those aren't at the top of the list. I want to drive more modern cars, because that's what's the hype right now. Um, I want to drive. I want to drive more imports. Maybe some tuned cars. I'm gonna drive more manuals. I want to hone my skills in with the manual transmission. The only manual car I've driven is a Morgan three-wheeler. That was an experience and a half. I stalled it. It was the second manual car I've driven. I mean, cut me some slack, but my skills will be extremely rusty. But Porsches, I want to drive more Porsches. I want to drive a Panamera Turbo, the new one. I want to drive new cars. Basically, I do want to drive a manual Ferrari 360. That would be fun. Um, hmm. But I mainly want to drive a 458. If I get to drive a 488, that would be cool. But 458, I want to drive one of those. So top of the list right now is Huracan, Aventador, 458. Above the Huracan is the GT3. I want to drive the GT3 like first. Like that's at the top. Then Huracan, and then maybe the RS Porsches. Like whatever happens first, I want to drive these cars. I really like my goal this year is to get behind way more cars than I did last year. Last year I was able to drive quite a bit of cars. I drove the M4 GTS, I drove S63 AMG, I drove G63, GLE 63 Coupe, I drove an SL 550 White Arrow, I drove X5M, Turbo S. I drove the Turbo S twice. That was a lot of fun. Um, what else did I drive? Bronco. I drove a Bronco. That was pretty sweet. And that's pretty much it. I sat in a Koenigsegg. I sat in an F40. But that's just sitting. I want to drive these cars. I want to grow my channel. I want to bring you guys cool content and my perspective because I like watching my videos. I always watch my videos over and over again. Um, but yeah, so what else do I want to drive? Let me think. I want to drive weird cars. I want to drive interesting cars. I want to drive just everything. I want to experience everything. I love cars so much. Everything's an experience. I know I hate on some cars sometimes, but oh, thanks, Rob. That really means a lot. I'm trying to put so much work into this. I really like live streaming. Um, I get a few people every once in a while, but it's whatever. I'm just gonna keep doing it. It's whatever. I mean, if you stop doing something, you'll never know what it could have been. So I'm just gonna keep continuing on this. What are some other cars that I should drive? BMWs. I drove top line M4 GTS. I've driven an X5M. I honestly could care less if I drove any more BMWs in my lifetime. Honestly. Um, I could drive an XC90, the big one with the 400 horsepower. That would be sweet. Maybe I could. I want to drive a Kia Stinger. I was thinking about going over to my Kia dealership right now. I mean, like, hey, I drove a Bugatti Saturday. Let me drive a Stinger. Let's pull it out. Let's make a video. I'll shout out Crown Kia or whatever. That would be cool. I just want to bring lots more content, more consistent content, more consistent cars. I want to hone um like how I'm able to review cars. I just want to be more knowledgeable, have more feeling, be able to, discern what's good and what's bad and like how I like things because I'm not driving cars consistently enough to hone those skills to that review level, but I never want to get to that review level where I'm just like going over go pick a proper intense car. I want to get to that review level where I'm able to, just tell you guys how it feels and just be in tune with these cars and just consistently drive them. But main one. I want to drive a Huracan. I want to drive an Aventador because I've seen so many of them. Those are the top, along with the Porsche GT3. Let's be honest, those are my top three cars I want to drive: Huracan, GT3, Aventador. They seem the most exciting to me right now. 458 is still there, but I want an experience. I love theater. The thing that I love about cars the most is the theater that they bring, the excitement that you get when you just touch the throttle a little bit. Like, the car is gonna be fast and all that. That's why I'm not too excited to like really get behind the wheel of McLarens or like a 12C or something. I want to drive a 720, yes, but it's not at the top of my list. I want to drive cars with theater, just excitement, like crazy exhausts and just cool cars that just are dramatic. Because that's my favorite part of the supercar experience is the drama, the theater. I don't want like some just track weapon that has no soul. And that's why I really want to experience the NSX and see if it is exciting. Which I started the process of that, and they seemed like they were going to get it going. He said that he was going to get my card to the right people, and yeah, I really want to drive more cars. That's really just it. And I want to grow this channel so much. And I expressed those goals on my Instagram. How I want to grow this channel this year. I want to get at least 5 million views on this channel. I want to have at least 5,000 subscribers, and those are just like at the base level, and I want to crush those completely. And I just want to bring you guys consistent, good, fun content. Nothing serious. Like, this channel is not serious at all, and I just want to like express that as much as I can. We're just here to have fun, experience cars, just laugh, make jokes, and that's why I hate like getting dislikes on my videos, because everything is just like for just excitement purposes, just bringing you guys good content, maybe a laugh here and there. Oh, someone disliked. They don't like. It's whatever. It's whatever. So yeah, what else? What else really gets me excited? Learning how to drive manual properly. I want to do that, and I want to do it in fun cars. Maybe like some tuned out Subarus or something like that. It was you, Kino. I know it was you. um, what else? What else do I want to drive? Like, I had all this together, and then I was like, crap. What are cars? I want to drive a Corvette. I want to drive a Corvette. The new one, the new ZR1. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so. I want to drive a Demon. I really want to drive a Demon because it's, supposed to be faster than the Bugatti. I really want to drive a Demon. Hopefully I can do that. Yeah, I already said that, Kino. If you reverse, I want to drive an Aventador really bad, Aventador S. What are suggestions? What cars do you guys want to see me in? Just comment below on that when this stream is over. If we get more people watching this, what cars do you want to see me drive? And I will message some people and see what we can do. Why did someone take away their like randomly? It went from 3 to 2 to 3. That's funny. There it goes again. So, in the first bit of this video, we talked about the cars. Now I'm just thinking about cars to drive. I want to see you drive a Lykan Hypersport. Kino, I'll drive to Dubai. I will fly to Dubai. I'll go to the showroom and I'll drive a Lykan Hypersport. W Motors all the way. Because all I have around me right now, I have a Huracan, I have a 458 Speciale, and I have another Aventador behind this one, but I put this up because I felt like it was blocking out the light a little more if I do this. I want to drive a back mono. Those look fun. I want to drive an Aero Matum. I really want to drive Tesla. I want to drive a P100D Tesla. I want to drive a Model X. Um, I want to drive everything. So the top supercars and hypercars I want to drive, everything. I want to drive everything this year. I want to drive a car a day starting in May. It's April 3rd. I don't think that's going to happen. I want to drive an Aston Martin. I want to drive a Vanquish. I love the Vanquish. I want to drive the new Vantage. I want to drive a P1. That's really up there. But that's like, I keep thinking like, oh, will I ever get to drive these cars? But driving a Bugatti Veyron just was like, hey, you're gonna eventually drive everything. Don't worry. You'll get there. Things will happen. You'll be good. Um, hmm. I'm gonna drive a Countach. DB11. I want to drive a Vanquish. I want to drive the new Vantage. DB11, maybe if it happens. It's not up there. Doesn't really tickle me that too exciting. Um, hmm, Hey, I want to drive on the track too. I want to drive on the track, see if that could happen. Maybe some sportier cars, like sport level cars, not just all the way hypercar level or supercar level. We can tone it down to sport car level. I want to drive the new 718 Cayman. I want to drive the new 718 Boxster. Um, I want to see what it's like. No, GTR isn't up there. GTR is not up there. Sadly, um, Z4. I want to drive more luxury cars. I want to drive Rolls Royces. I want to drive a GT3 R Bentley. I want to drive a Mulsanne. Um, Chauffeur some people around, do funny videos maybe. I just want to make a lot of stuff happen this year, and that's what I've been saying. And we already started off with a bang. First car I drove this year was a Bugatti Veyron, so you can't take that away from me. And I just feel like it's gonna ramp up from there. I'm gonna be driving a lot more cars. I'm gonna be trying to execute on this so much more. And XC90. Yes, I want to drive an XC90. I said that before. It has 400 horsepower. It's fast. The interior is incredible. That has been one of my all-time favorite SUVs. I want to drive a Bentayga. I may or not be jealous about a Yakino. But yeah, I do want to get behind the wheel of an XC90. Honestly, like that car is really cool to me. I love what Volvo is doing. Their cars look super good right now. If you're into that, just a luxury sedan, that's like what you get. Like they look good. Volvos look good. I don't care what anybody says. I love the look. The SUVs in the back, I'm still kind of but the new sedans, like the big sedans, are really really cool to me. What are some other Skoda Fabio? Well, see, I don't are those even in the U.S.? A Skoda? I don't. I think those are European only. Um, I just want to. Yes, I want to drive. I want to drive the RS7. That's at the top of my list. I want to drive the RS5. I want to drive an R8. V10 Plus 2018, the new one. I don't care for the older R8. I mean, some people like, oh, that's my favorite car. I don't like the new R8. Good for you, but I only want to drive the new R8. I mean, like I said, if I get the chance to drive any of these cars, I'm just talking about like what's on my like top level of cars I want to drive. I just want to make fun videos all the time and just have content just to be able to pour out on this channel and maybe new platforms. I'm still working on Steam. I post every once in a while on Steam, Steam it. I feel like that's going to be a huge platform. It's decentralized and you get paid in cryptocurrency, so that's really cool. But 2017 Ford GT. I'll call up Captain Sparkles and we'll do something together. M5. Oh yeah, I just saw Michael Fuchs with it. Um, I post on Steve every once in a while. Steam it. Um, yes, I saw Michael Fuchs's Frozen Red M5. That was really cool. That was really cool. I love that color. I love BMW's new Frozen colors, but I just don't really care to drive them anymore. Like their BMWs, I experienced the M4 GTS. That was awesome. But more cars the merrier. I'm just talking top of the line. What do we want to drive tomorrow? If I could drive any car tomorrow, within reason, I'm talking within reason. If I could drive any car tomorrow within reason, it would be a Huracan GT3 or a Aventador. I'm just laying it right there. Those are the top three cars I want to drive right now. Under that, 458 and just everything else. But I want to drive a Huracan. Well, like, which do you prefer, M5? E63 all the way. I want to get behind the wheel of an E63. Those things are so powerful. Close to 650 horsepower. And they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. They're super fast. They're way fast. Like they're way faster than anybody I think expected the new E63 to be. And I want to get behind the wheel of one of those. I left my card on one. I'll take a RS5. I will too. But E63 is way faster than the RS5, Kino, the RS5 only has like 450 horsepower. And 0 to 60 is like 3.8 seconds. The E63 is 2.7, 2.8. Yes, Kino. Yes. The RS5 only has like 450 horsepower. 0 to 60 is 3.8. I'm sorry to tell you that. It only has that six cylinder. It has a twin turbo 6 in it. They added more torque, so it's more fun. But yeah, I just watched Joe Knows Best review on it. The interior is nice. I always love Audi's interior. Like their interior is awesome, but it's not that fast. 450 horsepower. It's not that fast. Yeah, yeah. The sound you don't get the V8 sound anymore on the Audis. That's unfortunate. I seen his review too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Joe's reviews. They're very straightforward and like this is what's good about the car and all that. And I just like to have fun and laugh in cars and not tell you guys anything about them when I do reviews. I'm like, yeah, it has this power unit. It's this fast. Now let's laugh and have fun and drive, because that's what I'm all about. Screw the technical stuff. You're a dirty guy. But yeah, I want to drive a Kia Stinger. I'm gonna go to my local Kia dealership right after this and be like, let me drive a Kia Stinger because they're all the rage right now. I never thought I'd be like, oh, I want to drive a Kia, but I really do want to get behind the wheel of that. They look super fun. I think they have 300 horsepower, and they're just little zippy cars. Yeah. If we're gonna think supercars and hypercars, I probably think Enzo or Huayra. Well, see, I'm always thinking what's attainable. Enzo, who's driving an Enzo? Huayras, all the batteries are dead. I'm sorry. Drive KTM Expo. Don't bother driving the Stinger. It's still a Kia at the end of the day. I mean, I saw a few on the road in Pittsburgh and they seem cool, but it's an experience. It's something fun to bring to you guys. I feel like people would have an invested interest in that car because it's at the lower end of the price spectrum. I want to bring you guys cheap fast cars too. Like I said, I want to drive more imports that are tuned and have loud exhausts. Um, Yeah, yeah, the GTR, it's a Nissan, it's a cool car. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like these companies are ramping up. Like I've been seeing like the levels. I don't feel like Nissan is there yet, but I feel like, Lincoln, they're stepping it up. Like these lower end brands are really stepping up their cars. Acura, they're really are stepping it up with the just the plushness of their cars. Mazda, I saw one of the local car owners here by the name of Damien. He goes by Superstar, and he had a Mazda that he got for a rental, and he was showing off the interior, and it looked really, really nice. Um, and Mazda, I'm just saying, like, I think companies are finally seeing that, like, hey, we can put nicer materials on this, and it's not going to be that much more expensive. Like, we can give people like an enjoyable experience. It doesn't just have to be a car from A to B. That like I just want, and I put this on my story. I want people to realize that cars don't just have to be an A to B, B to A type situation. Like cars are fun. They're fun. So I want to bring that experience to as many people as I possibly can. And I feel like I came off really wrong in that video I made the other day when I went up to people, tell them I drove the Bugatti Veyron. I just wanted to share an experience, but it came off chachi, like really, really bad. I realized that. I thought it was funny. I laughed at it every time I watched it, but that's just my personality. I don't care for that those Ferraris. I don't care for the California. I don't care for the Portofino. You can get those two for. It was funny. I unlisted it though. It's in the playlists. You can see it. I thought it was hilarious. I laugh every single time. Yeah, I'll drive an F60. I'll drive to Atlanta right now. I'll steal the keys and I'll drive it out of the showroom. I'll break the glass, and I'll get arrested for Grand Theft Auto. And I won't be able to post videos anymore. Because there is a blue F60 in an Atlanta showroom. My boy Austin, guy with the camera ATL, he got to shoot a few pictures of an F60 when he was, because he lives in Atlanta, so he got to shoot that. What else do I have to tell you guys? This is a really long video if new people decide to come watch this. I feel like this is going to get a lot of dislikes in the end. What cars do I want to drive? Everything. I want to experience the world. Could you give the link for the people telling of you telling people? It's in playlists. Just search through the playlists. I unlisted it. People started to hate on it really bad, but you can still watch it if you search through the playlists. I think it's in a bunch of playlists. It's in at least 7 playlists. I think. I'll check on that when I'm done with this. I probably should be done with this. I should have been done with this video 15 minutes ago, but I'm just rambling on right now, having a good time. Performante, yes! But like I said, I want to drive a Huracan, and if it ends up being a Performante, I will be ecstatic. Because there are a couple in Ohio, and let's see what the connections bring us. Try to get more connections and all that. 488 Pista. Yeah, in 3 years when they come out. Yeah, should I end this? Should I end this video? Do I have anything else to say? Probably. We'll probably see a couple pistas in Columbus. I don't doubt it. We see everything in Columbus. Let's be honest. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. What else? We went over McLaren's. I want to drive a 570. I mean, I want to drive McLaren's, but it's just not. In Columbus, no, I don't believe there are any Performantes currently in Columbus. There's at least 2 or 3 Performantes in Cincinnati, though. I'm not sure if there are any Performantes in Cleveland, but I believe there are a couple in Cincinnati. But there's hidden gems everywhere. Like, we don't know what's in Ohio. There's so much stuff in Ohio that we don't know about. Yeah, I want to experience these cars that I'm just not too sure about. The Senna, I think it's the ugliest car ever manufactured, but I believe in the aerodynamics, and it's a fast car, but I think it's ugly. I love the 812 Superfast though. That's not an ugly car. That's a beautiful car. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. Yeah, yeah. Um, I think that's pretty much it. What other cars? Porsches. I went over Porsches. I want to drive every single Porsche ever made, except for the older Boxsters. I want to drive a 918. Hey Ross, I think I can yell like loud enough, and the owner that owns a 918 across the road from me can hear me. Should I do it? Should I just scream, "Hey, can I drive your 918?" Because live like I could walk there in like 5 minutes, like less than that, and be knocking on their door and be like, "Hey, let me drive the 918." um, yeah. So was the Bugatti, and I was behind the wheel. um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I believe I will get to drive everything I want to drive, and I'm just gonna put that out there. Um, exactly, exactly. I'm just this is me putting out in the universe that I am going to drive these cars, and it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. Sharon, hush, hush. But yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream. I think a 30-minute live stream of me just rambling on about cars that I want to drive is a bit ridiculous at this point. And shout out to douchebags right there. They send awesome boxes when you buy their stuff. So go pick yourself up a douchebag. So what trips are you going to go on? Trips. Yes, we can talk about that. Me and Steve and possibly Mr. Johnny Honorino, or however you say his last name. We are going to. This is confirmed. We are going to. We're going to be taking a 11-day trip on the East Coast, because that's where we're at. We're going to be going to New York, Greenwich, and Philly for 11 days during CF Charity, Dream Ride Experience, and just to screw around and have fun and make videos and visit museums and dealerships and all that jazz. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, this year is going to be fantastic. I keep saying this on my Instagram stories. I keep putting it out in the universe that everything I want to do, I'm going to accomplish. I'm going to make these videos. I'm going to make them better. I just picked up another SD card for my GoPro because I lost the previous one, so I'll be able to fly my drone again, finally. I haven't been able to fly my drone in like 3 months. I want to go to Miami. I really, really want to go to Miami, visit Prestige Imports, meet up with Lamborghini KS, and make some great content. I want to travel to drive cars too, so that'll be a thing. Lots of stuff is happening this year. This channel is gonna blow up, I believe, and we're gonna crush my goals. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna crush my goals as a team, as a channel. Future cars that aren't yet that I'm looking forward to. So this is basically a Q&A. You should just walk into a dealership and just say, "This is my 918 now," and just drive it. They keep the keys in a lockbox, my G. But future cars that I wanna see what the new V12 Lamborghini looks like. But I feel like it's gonna be another 2 years before that comes out. I feel like that's gonna be 2020, maybe 2019. Yes, Mission E, Porsche Mission E. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait until the next, Porsche supercar. And it's crazy because the LaFerrari, the P1, and the 918, they've been out for so long now, and we're due for a bunch more crazy cars. Come to Connecticut to meet with Sparky, me and John, man. Yeah, yeah. I want to meet up with Sparky. I've been in his presence a few times so far. I will drive your Aventador. What's your number? Fly me out. If you have an Aventador, you can fly me out and I'll drive it, my G. That would be sweet. That would be really sweet. I like driving an Aventador. That's like what I want to do like the most. Akron. I can drive to Akron. I'll drive your Aventador. Give me a date. I will drive there tomorrow. I will drive there tomorrow and I will drive your Aventador. Let's set it up. Send me an email. My phone number is on my Instagram, Ohio Leap. Hit my Instagram and I'll drive your Aventador. That would be sweet. If you can hook that up. Yeah. Let's create opportunities, create awesome content, have a fun time. That's what it's all about. I want to drive a 4x4 squared. I really want to drive 7. Do you really have one, or are you trolling? Hopefully he's not trolling. We almost had 7 people here. But I really, really want to drive a 4x4 squared and do a POV video of the 4x4 squared, because my G63 video is almost at 40,000 views or around there. So that's pretty sweet. So a 4x4 squared. Toy Barn guys, hit me up. I know you have 2 of them just sitting there waiting to be reviewed by the Ohio Leap. 6x6. I'll call up my homie Dan Bilzerian and be like, hey, can I drive the Brabus 6x6? Or I can hit up John Hennessy and he can drive the F-150 6x6 out here. Okay, Kino, I'll drive your... Oh, you have a Huracan too? I want to drive a Huracan and a Aventador. I will... If you really have an Aventador and a Huracan, I will drive there tomorrow. I will leave early and we can create awesome content. Hey, quick, no hate on people. What else? You don't have to tell people to prove them. He doesn't need to explain himself if he actually has the cars. He'll message me. If he really has them, he'll email me, and you'll see me driving. Donate $1,000. Thank you. I need a new camera. I really need a new camera. Do it. I won't get that money for 2 months though. With my YouTube contract, I seriously wouldn't get that money for 2 months. Yeah. Hopefully I can secure these cars, which I'm going to, and we're going to bring awesome content. 40 minutes is way too long for a live stream of some peon talking about wanting to drive $100,000 plus cars. But it's going to happen. We're going to make moves. It's been 40 minutes. Okay. I'm going to end this live stream finally. You got a lot out of me. Come to Akron and drive my Lambo. I will. Send me your address. Email me. exotics4799@gmail.com. Email me your address and I will I'll drive out there tomorrow or whenever you're available. Okay? Any other passions? I cook every once in a while. And yeah, I love food. I like food. I like making food. I'm always watching recipes by Gordon Ramsay. Other stuff than cars, I like music. My brother's a producer. I like The Weeknd. Hobbies include listening to The Weeknd and driving hypercars. Those are my hobbies. I really don't do anything else. Like, I'm obsessed with cars. It's my passion. It's what drives me. It's my oxygen. It's what gets me up every day to see what else I can do that involves cars. And that's pretty much it. Like that's what really drives me every single day is the next opportunity. No, I don't collect diecast models, but Steve does. You've seen that in a video a few months ago. He has a lot of diecast models. Yes, let's meet at Easton. We can do that. Just let me know. If you go to my Instagram, my phone number is in the bio. I'm not gonna say it out on this live stream, but go to my Instagram, Ohio Leap. My number is in there, and text me. We will meet at Easton, and I will drive your cars. That would be so sweet. I would appreciate that so much. Let's meet at Easton. Anytime that you can. Just let me know. Email me. You got it. exotics4799@gmail.com. Time and place. Just let me know. and we'll drive those cars. I'm gonna end this live stream right now. It's been sweet talking to you guys. We got 7 people in here at once. That's pretty crazy. That's never happened before. It's totally fake email at gmail.com. Oh, yeah, cryptocurrency. Let's talk a little about cryptocurrency for a bit. The bulls, they seem like they're getting out of the market, getting out of the pen. I recently was just checking it. We're up 10%. I was talking to one of the Porsche owners at Cars and Coffee about cryptocurrency, and he was like, "Hopefully you don't shoot your eye out." I'm like, "Oh, trust me, it's already happened." Uh, Cryptocurrency. The technology is fantastic, but the investors, they just keep pulling out. All of the people with the FUD and all of this, and try them chuckle cheese coins. Do you think Bitcoin will go above? No. It already has. It's been at 20,000 this year. Um, I think it's honestly, I think it's regulating now. I don't think we're gonna see it like bounce massively, but no, I don't know. I've never been to Toledo for Cars and Coffee. Um, but I don't believe in Bitcoin. I believe in the companies that are creating practical applications through the blockchains, that are making banking better, that are making social media better, that are making our lives easier, that are connecting the world, eliminating the need for intermediaries to the highest extent. Okay, I think this guy's trolling now. I don't think he has an Aventador. I bought one Bitcoin and I would enjoy $7,000. Email me and I'll give you my private key to send me that to my Coinbase, and I'll cash out right now, and I will buy a flight to California so that I can go to Car Week, or just meet up with like David Lee or Vehicle Versions. I don't think there's beef with me and any other YouTubers now. I'll meet up with I'll eat with Salamandrin, and we'll have we'll squash our beef, and we'll have a good time, and we'll drive cars. Your dad is parked. Okay, this dude's just straight up trolling. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream. It was nice seeing all the people.